Okay, stop being silly. Hi everybody. How are we all today? Is this loud? Is this thing on? I turned it down a bit. It would appear I have resolved the situation. How are we all? Marvin C. Golden Over Lacey, Spartan Khan. Speed freaks. Don't call me daddy, please. I might come. I'm disappointed with myself again. Sorry. Lamorna, how we doing? What's going on? Firstly, important news. Discord. Discord's now public. Join it. That's all. Lacey threw axes today, right? Okay. The only thing I'm throwing is hands. Let's play Battlefield. I've been playing Sparking Zero non-stop. What does that mean? Tesco Mildil, welcome, hi. Get off Battlefield Talk Tour dropping soon. Is there a new episode of the Talk Tour podcast? We could watch that later on. We could all sit there and watch it together, maybe. I'm not even going to commentate over it. We'll just watch it. We don't even have to talk. We can just watch it in amazement. And we can just watch it and sit there and be like, "Holy Mother of God!" She said the thing. She said talk. She said Hawk Tour. Anyway, I feel like Battlefield's on a fun comeback. I like it. I like it. They finally fixed their fucking game, which is nice. Thoughts on KSI's excuse of a song? I mean, it's trash. Let's not lie, it's trash. But he's kicking up a fuss, which is quite obviously a marketing tactic. So it's going to seem like he's complaining, and he's probably not doing himself any favours. But it's 110% marketing. It's marketing 101. Because it's got people talking about it. I mean, literally turned the song into a meme. How are you going to advertise a song when, you know what I mean? Everyone's gone, oh, this is that song from the meme, and it's trash. I better listen to it to make sure it's actually trash. And then they listen to it, boost plays. It's quite obvious, really. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think he's probably got an ego about him, but I don't believe his ego's that fragile. He's minted. He couldn't give a shit, you know. You are my online father figure. Oh God, you should really rearrange that priority. I'm not. How am I today? I'm good. I've just pretty chill day, to be honest. Went to work. Come back from work. Now I'm here. Trying to be. Oh, hello. Oh, Nelly. Oh boy. Gonna make a hot chocolate. That's exciting. Tell us all the process, please. Do I have $1.99 you can borrow, brother? I don't even have $1.99 for myself. Also, literally, I've been fine all day. The second I've pressed go live, for some reason I now have like a bunged up nose. What the I sound like Isaac, fuck. He doesn't, I always say that he sounds like he's got a constant bunged up nose, and he does. He's like, what do you mean? Well, yeah, you sound like you got a bunged up nose. Did I stutter? But now I sound like that. How's this happen? I woke up today and that was the second hardest thing. What was the hardest thing? Yeah, waking up is a chore. I quite like being asleep. It's like a free trial of being dead. I ate a pint of ice cream. Was it melted? Because that then begs the question. If ice cream's melted, do you drink it or do you eat it? Because at that point, isn't it just a milkshake which you drink? Or do you eat a milkshake? These are the questions that make me go, I don't know about that. You know? They're things that make me simply ponder and become the thinker. Just had Scampi. Cool. Scampi's underrated, actually, to be honest. I will say that. Scampi is underrated. I quite like it. It's nice, tasty. It's sort of like the same as whitebait, isn't it? Whitebait's cool. The second best type of bait after fishing bait. Hello. And goodbye. You have been sentenced to death. I will heal up. And I'm... Okay. Chomped it down like it was the first meal I've had in weeks. I bought ice lollies when I got home from work. I bought ice lollies. I got Roundtree's rocket lollies. Because they're good. I prefer the Helter Skelters, the swirly ones. But they cost more money and you get less. So it was a bit of a no-brainer, if you ask me. I'm a big fan of ice lollies. I do like having a constant supply of ice lollies in my freezer as well. I don't know why. They're just a nice little snack, you know. But they're not a snack. It's kind of like healthy as well because it's just frozen water and a bit of flavour, isn't it? I could make my own blackcurrant ice lollies. Would that work? Anyway. So, obviously we're getting a new Battlefield. I think next year. Which and this happens every time. I'm excited for it. Naturally. I'm a Battlefield fan at heart. But it's also going to be painful if they fuck it up, because that will kill the franchise, I think, fully. That will be the nail in the coffin. They need to really sort it out. If they really want to make a comeback and compete again, that game needs to slap. And to be fair, mind you, they said all this about 2042. This game should have been... I mean, mind you, the game's fun now. It just should have been from the off. That was the problem. And that's always the problem with EA games. They just always take too long to get to where they should be. They do get there eventually, yes, but, you know, too little, too late. Battlefield 69 would actually be fine. What would be the plot of that? Don't forget to Monzo me after. Brother, I don't even have Monzo. I don't even have money. What do you mean? Monzone? Who do you think I am? The fucking postcode lottery. You're watching me during a hurricane. Jesus. Alright, good luck. I'm assuming you're not in the UK, because the weather's actually quite nice tonight, to be fair. It's just nothing. Just clear skies, really. And a nice mini sunset. That was fun. Heard a couple of cars beep. How's your mum? I ain't heard her in a while. Well, that's because I no longer live with her. She's alright, last I checked. Still alive, kicking. As far as I'm aware. Yeah. She's chilling. I'm sure she's living much more peacefully now that I have departed. Fucking died, dog. Yeah. I'm pretty sure she's enjoying the peace and quiet and me not shouting at video games every 10 minutes. It's hard living at home in your 20s. Because realistically, I didn't have a choice. And that was the thing that always confused me. People are like, you're still living at home. It's like, you what, for 150 quid a month rent? Yes, I'm still fucking living at home. And now, I have to pay like upwards of $1,000 to live. So that's fun. So yeah, that's sick, guys. I'm in Florida. Fair enough. I've seen that Storm Milton is on its way. Who fucking calls a storm Milton? Imagine dying to a storm called Milton. That would be so fucking embarrassing. That's such an ick. Tried to leave, but God said no. You're gonna let God make your decisions for you? Is that how this is going? You're really gonna let a big cloudy person, them, because we don't know God's gender. God's actually gender neutral. Now maybe God is just the friends we made along the way. Had we considered that? I don't think we had. God is just the friends we made along the way. That's all. That's the only philosophical input I have to that. I need $1.99 for the Hawk Tuah app. Is there an app? No, you're bullshitting me. I gotta check this. Is there a Hawk Tuah app? Hawk Tuah. Hawk Tuah, try not to laugh. There's actually an app called Hawk Tuah, try not to laugh. Stream is so laggy. That's not my fault that you're in a fucking cataclysmic storm, my friend. That's not my doing. That's your doing, entirely. I'm uninvolved. What are my headphones doing? I think they're working. I think. I can't tell. Cheese. I agree, Boba. I agree. I don't know where this fucking bunged up nose has come from. I'm so sorry, everybody. I can't imagine listening to my nasally fucking voice is really that... You know, it's different to the normal sultry one I give you. There's a fucking tree. Okay. Well, it's providing good cover. So it's fine. I'm okay with that. You son of a bitch. Get back here. Mother fricker. The rage I have suffered because my Opera GX doesn't like YouTube. It's that speedophile guy. No, that's speed. I'm autism. I'm different. Firstly, there's some noticeable differences. I'm white. But I am him. I am the guy. You know, that's me. World famous quote that everyone can relate to by the amazing James May with the car theory test app, cheese. Fuck it. When I was in Turkey last year with family, the whole family as well, and we were in a place in Turkey called Pataria. It's an old ancient city. I think it was Mesopotamian. Anyway, we're in this little beach hut cafe where they serve food and shit, and we're there with my nan. She's starting to lose the fucking plot. Daft dog bat. Anyway, we were eating like sandwiches and shit, and we were like, "What you got, Nan? What are you going for?" And she just literally just had a bit of cheese in her hand for some reason, and she went, "Cheese." I don't know. What a crazy bitch. Bet she caused some trouble back in the day. Oh, just domesticated pretty early on. You fixed the question of the day this morning, but didn't have time to look at the colours. My humblest apologies. Sort it out, you massive sket. Cheers. I tried setting up the question of the day again, actually, as it goes. Literally 10 minutes before coming on. Hopefully I've not undone your work. That's a frenzy. Okay. Yeah, hopefully it's not undone it. Shit. Right. That was uncalled for, wasn't it? Okay. Unpopular opinion on I'm not going to say that word. I enjoy his music. I have no... Who the fuck is that? I'm not reading the name because it sounds like a slur. Couldn't have my hot chocolate in my Lord Twat of Nobbington mug because it's not. That's fair, I guess. Thanks for the update. Keep us in the loop, I guess. Die, fucking die. There we go. Right. Oh bother. There we go. Right. How are we not... Right, we need to fucking secure this objective. I will be the one to do it, I guess. Come on. Come on, chaps. No, no, no. Don't worry, you can say the name. I don't want to, just in case. I scheduled it to start tomorrow morning, only time will tell. That'll be alright. It's not going to set the world alight, I'm sure, is it? Let's be honest. Hello, official Saint Mystic. What's your favourite flavour of bleach? All of them combined. Anything lemony, I guess. If I was to drink a bleach, and I don't condone that, that's a, you know... What is it, like a crime? No, it's not a crime. Why would drinking bleach be a crime? It's a silly idea is what it is. But, something lemony, a bit zesty, perhaps. Something a bit fruity, citrusy, you know? A nice little twang to it. The last thing you want is to be drinking a bleach that's just got no flavour, you know? It's one of them. You want a little bit of zest. Right. Come on, let's push. Let's push onwards, gentlemen. Let's do some parkour. I have killed the man. He will not be hurting us anymore, guys. I love mixing Windex and bleach in my toilet. Isn't Windex bleach anyway? Isn't it the same thing? What's the difference? I thought Windex was just a brand. Right, let's think about this. Let's be sensible. Let's be sensible here. Idiot. Couldn't be me. Right, okay. You know what? Have some of them as well. Fuck it, you've earned... Favourite shape? You know, this is the third time I've been asked that question this week. That's the weird thing. I like a good old-fashioned square. A square is just simple, nice and easy. It's a very Brexit shape, I think. You know, clean and simple. If you don't like it, you know where the door is. No bollocks taken attitude, you know? Bleach only takes colour out of toilet limescale, doesn't remove it. I highly recommend Harpic to yeet the skidders and limescale. Bro, just use a toilet brush. What do you mean, the skidders? You know what? Since becoming a homeowner, I've noticed whenever I go in toilets, be it public, work, wherever, and I see skids, I'm like, you animals, you animals. How have you raised in a barn? Were you raised without manners? But then I remember when I was living at home, Jesus Christ, that toilet looked like someone had bled a radiator. Oh, it was like throwing a mushroom soup in a bin. Come on, arm. Didn't acknowledge me typing up all the different types of cheese. What? When? When was that? Harpic removes the skidders with no scrubbing. It's mostly. Oh, that's fine. No, I don't mind getting the toilet brush in there because it feels like I'm being productive, you know. I cleaned my toilet today. No, you didn't, Nick. You just removed the shit stains that you left there last night when she'd had too much whiskey. Walked in on my college teacher having a poo the other day. Right, why are you sharing a toilet with your college teacher? Bit weird. I feel like there's more to that story, and I say there's more, but there's less I want to know. Be quiet. And if you need to talk to the police, dial 111. Anyway, what's everyone's opinion on Battlefield? Because I feel like people my age and maybe a bit older probably have more fond memories of Battlefield than younger generations. Purely on the basis that, like, we were around for Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, and 4. All fucking elite games. And Battlefield 1, actually, as well. That was probably me in my prime when it comes to gaming. That was the best I think I've ever been at a game. Personally. What about the splashback? No, that's the best bit. That's like... The splashback's sort of like when you, I don't know, you know, like when you make a brownie. You make a batch of brownies and, like, you get the crust. Like, the edge of it crusts. And it's like... It's got that just extra bit of sweetness and like... Almost bitterness to it, I guess. Yeah, that's the best bit. That's sort of like splashback in the toilet. Similar vibe. Okay, you son of a bitch. Get back here. No, okay. Love making a danger scrub. Every scrub's a danger scrub when you've got chronic diarrhea. Which I don't. It just seemed like I mean, imagine having... You know, my favourite thing about diarrhea is the fact that usually when you've got it, it's not just described as diarrhea. It's described as explosive diarrhea. There's an element to it that makes it explosive. I like that. That's fun. I have not made brownies in very, very long time. Have you watched Chaos on Netflix? I don't watch Netflix, my dude. The only thing I would watch on Netflix is Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but even then, I don't have Netflix because it's a fucking rip-off. My dad has it, and that was fine, because it meant... Because, basically, me, my sister, and my dad had, like, a truce kind of thing going on. We had, like, a pact, where they all used my Disney Plus, we all used Dad's Netflix, and then we all used my sister's Amazon Prime. That's a good little, you know, that's a holy trinity of streaming services. You go, oh, okay, that's good. We've got everything that we need. We can watch it all, pretty much. Whatever we want to watch, we can. That's good. But then, all of the fuckers decided that they didn't want to allow people to watch on more than one TV. Because it's fucking greed. And now, and then I had to cancel my Disney Plus. It's just to cut back money. It's all that Netflix and the Costas and the Starbucks that I'm having. That's why I can't afford to live, guys. POV, you are 40 and you think that the world revolves around you. Anyway, just download everything illegally. I don't condone that. Of course. I would never do that. That's a crime. And it's illegal. And, quite frankly, I think you should be put in jail if you do that. Don't illegally stream movies or TV shows, guys. But I don't condone it. I just want to make that clear. Got Horizon Zero Dawn the other day. Another sterling update from yourself. How are you finding it? I like that game very much. It's a good game. Thoroughly enjoyed. I really enjoyed that game. I played it through like probably about a year ago now, and yeah, genuine. Like, because I kind of knew what I was getting when I downloaded it. So it was like, I think it was free on the PlayStation Store at the time or whatever, and like I knew kind of roughly what I was going to be working with. But I was pleasantly surprised. It's a really good story. I haven't played the second one. I have it. I don't think I've got it installed, but I have it like in my library. I go through PlayStation stuff like every so often and see what I can download. You should get Dale and Dawson with the boys. Such a fun game. We were looking actually. We were discussing it this week. It's on the cards. We want to get a lot of us to do it. Few new people as well that we've not played with before. Get a few different places in, a few Americans. But yeah, we have discussed it. It's on the list of games we want to play. So don't worry. We've already thought of that one. My objective for next year, realistically, because I've kind of, at the moment at least, I'm kind of doing alright in terms of like actually being consistent now. Which probably will just be a phase, you know what I'm like. But I kind of want to be more on top of new games coming out, because I've always just kind of I don't know, I've always kind of just played whatever everyone else is playing, but if it's a new game, I'm just like, oh, I'll either just straight up not bother, or I'll be like, oh, no, that's alright, go that way, you know, do your thing. So that's one of them. Like, I want to actually be more proactive with new games. What I wouldn't give to see me play the Silent Hill 2 remake. Is it, like, jump scary? Because, again, it's one of them, like, that's fine. I would play it for a stream, definitely. But at the same time as that, I'm not spending 50 quid for one stream, you know? It's a tricky one. Unless you want to gift it to me, if you gift it to me, I'll play it. Straight up. Oh. No, okay. Is Sean Love Combs your idol? No. Because I know who that is. TMR Spooky 20. Ahoy hoy. How are you doing? How goes your Wednesday? I am... Yeah, that P Diddy shit's wild, bro. Just the whole thing, like, it's such a fucking messed up situation as well. And, like, it makes you think, like, who else is in that associated kind of crowd that is sort of keeping it on the hush. What's the fucking ruckus out there, chaps? Stop it. I don't know why I turned into a fucking Victorian man who'd just seen a bit of a skirmish in the high street there. Sorry about that. You know what's mad, right? So I think these sort of things, these thoughts enter my brain often. I'm like, oh, fuck, it must have been mental to live in Victorian times and blah, blah, blah. But, like, in 100 years' time, people are going to be like, whoa, I'd love to have seen the world in 2024. I bet it was mental. It's the most mundane thing ever. Like, I went to Tesco earlier, and the most exciting thing I saw was two children screaming at their parents, and the parents just sort of, like, looking embarrassed. And then also a really dodgy-looking couple that just smelled like weed. And I was like, this really is just the most dull... I mean, it is a pretty good time. Well, no, not good time necessarily to be alive, because, you know, climate change, potential World War III, you know, multiple conflicts, terrorist attacks, you know, division across races, society, culture, sexuality, the lot. You know, it's a pretty bad time, actually, when you think about it. But at the same time as that, like, day-to-day life is boring as fuck. You know, it's fascinating yet equally boring. I don't know, it's weird. I guess because we're used to it. Kind of jump scare. It's a hot 60 quid. Like, yeah, this is what I mean. Who can afford this? Who can afford this these days? Games are so expensive now, and it's like, well, they weren't always this expensive, were they? In my head, games should still be 30, 40 quid. And we should stop buying AAA games, just so that the prices, theoretically, should come down. You know, like, Ubisoft are like, oh, why did no one buy Star Wars? It's because you're charging 70 quid for an unfinished game, and people are fucking caught onto you. They know what... People know now. You can't lie, Dan's stream is so cursed. What's he even... I didn't know he was live. Is he live? Or... What's going on? It's a Wednesday. Thought it'd be... I don't think anyone gives a fuck at this point, to be honest. What's he playing? What's your favourite Dairy Milk chocolate? Oh, dude, the what's the one with the fucking jelly beans and shit in? The Mr. Miyagi's Mystical Flavour or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't think that's it. I don't think that's a registered name. That one though, Mysterious Beans or whatever. What's it fucking called? Is it called Mysterious Beans? No. You know the one. You know the one I mean. I just don't know which one I mean. The milk chocolate original is peak. Yeah, I gotta be in the mood for it though. It's a bit bland, isn't it? It's like... But it's like paying for Spotify and listening to nothing but fucking Taylor Swift, you know? Listening to Taylor Swift is kind of like microwaving a roast dinner and eating that. But it's kind of like, you microwave it to the point where like the inside of the potatoes are still cold. And like, it's just a little bit off, you know? It's just a bit... And like with no gravy as well. And you've run out of salt. Marvellous Creations, that's it. Yeah, I don't know where I got Mr. Miyagi's Mystical Beans from. Sorry, I must have misheard that one. Yeah, back to my point. Fuck Taylor Swift. Understand out of context, that probably would have been a bit weird. that, we move. In case you hadn't clocked, Taylor Swift is one of my ops. That gangly blonde bitch. I hate her. And it's not because she's a woman. I mean, that... Partly. But, like... Oh, God. I hate her. And she's got too much power for her own good as well. That's the problem. She's got a lot of power over young, impressionable women. And, I mean, to be fair, if I was in that position of power, I'd be getting up to some devious shit. And I don't mean P. Diddy-esque devious shit. I mean, like, I'd be convincing them to go and buy, like, just the most obscure thing and, like, rocketing prices up. So, like, one week everything's normal, the next week baked beans are, like, 200 quid a fucking tin. You know? I'd be manipulating stocks and stuff like that. I'd go in with a scheme. And I'd be devious about it. I'd just be like, And, yeah, I'd be mischievous. I'd be mischievous. I'd get them to just buy. But I mean, my options are limited to either non-seeing or messing with the stocks. And I know which of the two I'd rather be known for. Just keep digging that hole, Nick, it's fine. Just keep digging the hole. It's fine. When the allegations eventually come out, you know, it's fine. They'll say, oh, how didn't we know? What if instead it was freakism and he was the same guy? Pretty much. Lean closer to the mic, is that better? Is this zesty enough for you? I know. It's quite a nice voice, isn't it? Do you like my voice? Are you feeling fulfilled right now? Fun fact. 60% of people will yawn when yawning is mentioned or seen. See someone else yawning. Thank you for clarifying. I was aware of this, and therefore I'm able to rule it out. Yes, now call me a good boy. Right, okay. Mic privileges removed. Nice one. You've ruined it for everyone. You've ruined it for everybody. Are we defending or attacking? I don't even know. Although they've only got 25 people left, so I guess that's good. 22 people left. We're about to win this game so hard. Oh my god. I'm gonna come. This is mad though. This match alone has been going on for like half an hour. Do you not find that mad? No one's been paying attention, let's be honest. Anyone that's just been here for the vibes, you're the real ones. You are real ones. As opposed to fake ones, which we should be aware of this time of year. It is spooky season after all. Apparently I'm not allowed to say spooky anymore. I think I ranted about this last stream I did. You're not allowed to say spooky anymore, guys. Apparently it's a slur of some description. But I don't understand the reasons why, so I'm allowed to say it. That's how I see it. You know, I understand why certain words are bad, and therefore I won't say them. However, that one I don't get, so I'll say it. That's how it works, right? I think. I don't know. What's going on in the group chat? I think Benji's just got a new phone. Everyone, Benji's just got a new iPhone. Thought you'd all like to know. And he's also been caught by a red light camera. So that's fun. Other than that, fuck all. You know? Hypothetically, would I be able to hide the body of a 23-year-old woman and I have a 7-seater van? Need tips. You mean your friend needs tips? I would say dump it into the ocean, or no, that's about it actually. That's all I got for you. Sorry. I haven't got any other solutions. I don't know how to remove bodies. It's not something I've ever done. theoretically though, right? How would you remove a body? What do you think the best way to deal with that situation would be? Do you? Because I feel like fire's probably like the most logical, but you've still got like the evidence checker is so like good these days, right? So I don't know how are you meant to do it? It doesn't make sense. Has anyone ever removed a body? Fed to pigs. That's not a bad. That's a popular one, I think. But I don't know how I'd do it, you know? I'm not sure. Either that, or somehow you get on the top of a very tall building and just launch them off. And they'll be like, oh no, like they were feeling really sad and stuff. And you send a text from their phone like 3 minutes before it happens, just saying, I'm sorry, but I have to, you know, make up a reason, whatever. Bury it in a random field. Yeah, I don't think it, yeah, but they can tell that sort of stuff, I think. I'm pretty sure that you can't get, like, that, back in the Victorian days, yeah, that piece of piss. You could, you know what, I was thinking this earlier, because I read a thing about Jack the Ripper. Not for any reason particular, it was on the news. But I was reading this thing, and I was like, fuck, how easy must it have been to just kill people back in the day? Like, without them having like proper evidence and shit like that. Like, isn't it? Like, wouldn't it have just been really fucking easy to go out and go, oh, I'm gonna murder a bunch of hookers? They're basically skid marks on the underpants of life anyway. So like, no one's gonna give a shit. Firstly, the dad's certainly not gonna turn up anytime soon and beat the shit out of you. Like, you know, let's have some fun. Let's beat the living shit out of some hookers, maybe kill them, and, you know, see where the night goes. They're still young. The night is still young. We've got loads of time. The autopsy will show up how they died before they yeet off a building. Like, well, not if it's from a high enough floor, because they'd just be turned into fucking dog food. It would look like someone's thrown a bloody fruit winder at a jet engine. I don't know, maybe that's me, like, overconfidently saying, I'm not gonna do it, like, I'm not gonna do it, guys, I'm just saying, like, well, theoretically, if I was to murder a prostitute, not that I know any, other than your mother, but, and she's not a prostitute anyway, because she doesn't charge. That's not even aimed at anyone particular, I was just being nasty for the sake of it, sorry. Anyway, my point is, back in the day, it must have been piss easy to commit murders and atrocities, dude. They're not gonna fucking go for a DNA scanner. Like, how can they? With what machinery? My brother, you haven't even invented the light bulb. What makes you think you're gonna solve this murder? I think that's a strange sentence. Have you ever seen the autopsy of Jane Doe? It's madness. They find everything. Well, I wasn't actually privy to the autopsy. I wasn't allowed. I don't have the qualifications. No, I know you're referring to a film... TV show? Film? TV show? I know you're referring to a piece of media. However, I am not privy to it. Thus, I haven't. Is the simple answer. What didn't read my way of method because he fears my capabilities? Oh, I fear no man. The only man I fear is myself. Because I know what I'm capable of. Yeah. I did drama at school. Not GCSE though. That was strange. I felt that. Did you feel that bit of acting there, guys? I liked that. I'm feeling a bit wacky today, can you tell? Feeling a bit fruity. Feeling a bit zesty. I feel like drinking a bottle of whiskey and going for a drive. Don't drink drive though, guys. For real. Wait until you're at least at traffic lights. That way you don't spill any. Oh, place car. They're after me, shit. Yeah, I've been in the back of a police car before. Don't know why I said that. Again, out of context. Probably sounds worse than it is. I had one of my rear lights wasn't working in my car. That's the worst bit about it. It was just so anticlimactic. It wasn't worth it. They didn't even arrest me or breathalyze me or anything. Didn't even kill anyone. What's the point? Wasting my time, really. Oh, piss. So yeah. Has anyone else been in the back of a police car? Elle must have been in the back of a police car. You must have been. You're from... It's question mark area. Up north somewhere. You must have been. That's like... Basically your daycare centres are in the back of police cars. Train them up early. You'd guess why I was in one. Oh, right. Fair enough, yeah. Prostitution, yeah. I'm joking, guys. My mod is not a prostitute. I reiterate, she doesn't start. I have. What did you do, Tesco Meal Deal? Tell me your story. What did you do? What crimes did you commit? I have only the once. I've been pulled over twice in my car. One of them. I'm pretty sure I've told this story. Can't remember. We're going to tell it anyway. I was driving home from a work do, a Christmas do. I hadn't been drinking. I'd only passed my test like, I want to say 6 months, maybe, if that. And I was driving one of the guys home who had been drinking. He was like, I'll turn right here. So I turned right, just completely oblivious, like, la 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 la. And he went, oh, no, not there, not there. I was like, what? I'm on the wrong way on a dual carriageway. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's a bit embarrassing. Let's correct that. So I corrected it, went up a curb a little bit. Bit embarrassing, but like, you know, it was fine. Back on track. Normal driving continues. Until the whole car fucking lights up blue. And I was like, ah, bollocks. This is gonna leave a mark. And then, yeah, that was a horrific night, actually. The night out itself was fine. But I didn't have my, license, because it was in a post at that point. For whatever reason. No, wait, it can't have been, because I'd passed. Yeah, no, it was. I didn't have my license. I think I just moved house. Something like that. I didn't have my license. Is the chill part. And I had a picture of the certificate on my phone, so they had my license number on there. So I was like, I've got it on my phone. If you want to look at it, like, it's there. I can get you a picture. Problem was, phone had died, because I'd been out. And for some reason, didn't think it was a good idea to charge my fucking phone before going on a night out. So they're like, right, we've got a charger in the car, you can charge it there, and then we'll go through it, and you know, we'll clear this up and be on your way. So they charge my phone, and then he's like, what's your passcode, mate? And I'm like, this is the police, I've kind of got to let him, really. Like, there's nothing dodgy on there anyway, but like, you know, kind of got to let him. And told him it, and he was going through my photos, and he was like, I can't see your certificate, but I have found an Urban Dictionary definition of munting. And I was like, ah, okay, let me find it. So then I've got, like, then I'm feeling awkward, because I'm like, oh no, the guy thinks I'm in at munting. And that's, I think that's a crime anyway. Surprised I didn't get fucking pulled over for that as well. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is fucking embarrassing. This is awful. What a horrible day. And then eventually found it, and he was like, right, this, that, and the other. I didn't get fined or anything. I was just like, it was just an honest mistake. I'd not driven around this area before, blah, blah, blah. I had. Used to drive there fucking every day. But like, you know, just one of them. And he was like, I don't know how you passed your test for driving like that. I was like, cheers. Nice one, mate. You're meant to be a policeman. You're meant to protect me if any bad men or hoodlums are about. Not patronise me for a bit of shit driving, which we've all done. I reversed into a bush the day I got my driving licence. That was fun. Went to my local countryside drive, and and reversed into a bush, which was pretty cool. I decided to light fireworks in the bin with my mate, but got out of it by saying it wasn't us. They couldn't prove it. Right. Anyone that decides it's a good idea to argue with policemen, I mean, I couldn't do it, I don't think. I'd just be like, look, if I've fucked up, they're going to find out one way or another. Unless it's like something petty like that. Well, I mean, that is arson, I suppose. But like, yeah. And then, like, if it was something that I knew I couldn't get away with, I'd just be like, alright, yeah, fair enough. I weren't locked in, champ. Sorry, won't happen again. You know. But I think if it was, I don't think I'd argue with a policeman. Just because I know that they're just massive pricks for the most part. Policemen are dicks, and they've got an authority complex. They're like bouncers. Have you ever tried to have a reasonable conversation with a bouncer? It's impossible. Not that I've even had beef with a bouncer, but I've obviously seen it like in clubs and stuff where the bouncers are just being unreasonable for the sake of being unreasonable. Oh, well done, mate. You've knocked out the skinniest fucking 18-year-old in the club after he's had 15 Jaeger bombs. You're hard. Do you know what I mean? Like, how is that an achievement? You got a sense of pride after beating the shit out of a guy that can't even walk in a straight line. Say his own name. Well done. What's next? You gonna kill a baby? Because that'd be piss easy. Unless you live in a state that's abolished abortion, am I right, guys? For real though, that's sad. Legalise abortion, bro. My body, my choice. There you go, women. That one was for you. I witnessed a fight in a McDonald's and the bouncer body slammed him. Oh, McDonald's fights are always the best ones. McDonald's fights are brilliant. I love them. There was a great one in Romford once. If you ever go to the Romford McDonald's on South Street, I saw some guys beat the shit out of another guy in there once. That was quite funny. He was asking for it though. He was being a dickhead. So I was kind of like just enjoying my nuggets and like, yeah, I enjoyed that. Fun fact: bouncers are not allowed to use physical force on you to make you leave the building, as it would be considered assault and battery. They fucking do. I've seen it. Halloween in particular, us local youth would gather at the top of the hill in the centre of the village and egg the meat wagons. Peak Neanderthal moment. I wasn't egged myself, but I was in a car that was egged. In the most quaint little fucking boring town of all time. Old Ends, Wickford. What a great place that is. Yeah. I think my dad had just picked me up from somewhere or whatever, and we were just in the car chilling. And these guys pull up next to us. They're like, window down. And then, like, I could see one of them had eggs. I was like, I'm putting the fucking window down. Like, there's no point. It's not happening. And then, like, next thing you know, they're just launching eggs at the car. And we're just like, the window didn't even go down, brother. What have you accomplished by this? If anything, you just wasted an egg that you could have used on an old lady or a cyclist. They're the people that really deserve the fucking eggs. Maybe not the old women. Although old women do suck. So, no, some of them actually. Some old women are fucking based as shit. Some of them suck. But Neanderthals died 40,000 years ago. You got Neanderthals in your village. Well, they are up north, so it's not big or clever. Policemen are helpful sometimes. True, to an extent, when they're not being massive egotistical dickheads. Mind you, I can't say I've ever had beef with a policeman other than being patronised by him. Like, I should feel protected by the policeman. I shouldn't feel patronised, or like they're gonna fucking mug me off every chance they get. Or like they're looking for something that I've done wrong. That's the bit I hate. That's the bit I hate. Like, I hate driving in front of a police car, because I'm just like, well, he's gonna... if he can find a reason to pull me over, then he's gonna... It's like, I shouldn't feel under pressure, you know? You can toss eggs at cranky old women like Sharon down the street who calls for a noise complaint. Yeah, people like that. I find that's more middle-aged women than old women, though. Old women are just so in their own little world. They're like, ooh, it's a bit zesty. I've said zesty like 9 times tonight. Sorry, gang. Big up Shazza. I work with a woman called Sharon, but she's like younger than me. No one fucking asked. But she's not complaining. She's not an old woman though, mind you. So, if I was an old man, I think Barry's got to be the name, right? Oh, Baz. Barry likes Stella, doesn't like people of colour. That's it. That's the stereotype. If you're basically a male over the age of 50, that is you, as far as I'm concerned. 9. Terry. Likes beer, beating the missus, footy. Dislikes people with different skin colour and the Geneva Convention. I don't know what the Geneva... I don't think the Geneva Convention's still in place, is it? I don't know, the fucking Germans did a number on it. They went, yeah, we're just going to disregard this bunch of liberal bullshit. And then proceeded to invade, like, 90% of Europe. Didn't end up well for them, though, did it? So who's the real winner here? Wow, okay. Gary is the 50-year-old, the old/50-year-old name. I've known a few Garys in my time. One of them was a bit odd. Bit odd. Not like, call the police, this man's a bit weird. Just a bit like, he'd say the odd thing, and I'm just like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Gary? But then you've also got the other type of Gary, who I feel like they're much more extroverted. The other type of Gary, who refer to themselves as Gaz, or Gaza. They're your extroverts. If someone is a Gary, then you know that they're just going to talk shit and tell you about the different types of fucking plane engines and stuff like that. Whereas if it's someone like Gaz, who just thinks drinking is mint, you know, they're different types of Garys. Same with Terry, I suppose, because you've got Terry, who likes metal detecting and fucking, you know, Roman agriculture and learning about different types of fucking spaghetti. Or you've got Tell, who's a builder, probably in construction, probably snorts lines for fun. You know, there's different types. You can definitely de-geezer one from the other. There's a different, you know. What if the bad man, the big OAH said he wanted to? Yeah, I've heard that one before. Gear Bear is what Garys call themselves. Let's be honest. Well, some of them. It depends on if it's a Gary or if it's a Gaza. Again, two very different types. Two very different types of Gary. And same with Terry. Or Martin is another one. Martin, would you like to see my taxidermy collection? And then you've got Big Marty. Marty's down the boozer every other week, drinking to forget. Whereas Martin is sitting at home fucking playing with his little toy models. You know, there's a difference. There's a difference. But I suppose you can apply that to everything. One of them was clearly more popular at school and enjoyed other people's company. The other one was probably undiagnosed autistic and doesn't like loud noises. Or like situations where more than one person's talking at the same time. Where? You were in the corner, you little virgin. I reckon you'd smash Alex Ferreira. Who's that? Is that a boxer? Or is it a woman? What? I'm gonna have to Google this. Bear with me, let me cook. I-L-E-X-P-E-R. Oh, it's a boxer, a wrestler. UFC. I'd kill him. I don't know who this geezer is, but I'd kill him. This game's actually fun, to be fair. I'm just gonna say it, like, I've not... Like, you can just chill out and forget about it for a little bit, you know? Can't forget about Bruce, the guy who wants to play golf all day. Oh, golf men scare me. Isaac's a golf person now. It's a sad day. He's gonna start wearing polo shirts and having, like, one glove on at some point, so... It's a worrying prospect, bro. I just... You've really got to fucking... I mean, the thing is, I know a few people that are into golf and, like, they're fine, they're cool. But, like, you've also got the really boring guys that are into golf, and it's just like, oh, my control battery is like, it's like, wow, I hit a lovely birdie the other day. It was awfully brilliant. I don't think I've hit a ball that hard for about 2 years. And it's just like, brother, I didn't ask. Shut the fuck up. But then, yeah, I don't know. Like, if Top Golf's fun, because you combine golf, which is boring, and drinking, which is based and epic, and you mix the two, and you get, like, the middle ground, which is geezers. But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like fishing as well. I don't understand fishing. What's the point, right, of spending 9 hours sitting next to a lake in the cold and the wet, and, like, you know, I guess you're getting out of the house and stuff, but, like, you're just sitting there looking at a lake for 9 hours, and all that happens is you catch a fish and then take a picture of it and then weigh it and then throw it back in and go, my biggest catch today, 2.3 kilograms. Big, another successful fishing day. You've wasted a day of your life. What? You've got finite time on Earth and you're catching fucking fish and then weighing it, taking a picture, taking a selfie with it and throwing it back as if, like, you're a man. You're an alpha male. You're the top of the fucking food chain. You're gonna eat that fish. You know, if I've caught a fish, you best believe I'm eating that fucking thing raw. I'm grabbing it with my hand and munching it like a fucking caveman with a bit of, I don't know. But like, I am man. I'm man. I make fire, catch fish, I eat fish. I am stronger. You know, I think if I caught a fish, I'd probably be gassed the first time, I guess, because it would be like, ooh. And then, you know, I eat the fish, and then that's just another day I've survived, you know. I don't think I'd be doing any of this Ponzi bollocks where I'm like, yes, this one was actually a Nubian carp, and it weighed. This one was slightly less than the last two, actually. Like, brother, just eat the fucking thing. It's a fish. Oh, you know what? Even better than that. Don't waste the fucking 9 hours sitting next to a pond with a little different types of fishing rods and shit like that. Just go to fucking Tesco. They've got them in the fish counter. There's a shitload of them. You can pick which one you want as well. You don't even have to, like, leave it to chance. You can just go and pick one of the fucking fish. You just go, oh, I want salmon. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's a salmon. Fucking easy. You're not using your brain. Fuck. You know, that's not full brain capacity, is it? Think about it. Oh, I want to catch a fish. Fucking go Tesco, they got loads of them. Fuck, they even sell it in tins. You can get tuna in a tin. It's like fucking £1. So not only have you saved money, you've saved time, and you've saved your wife from having an affair, which she definitely is if you catch fish. Heavens. And you've probably saved your children's trauma as well, so, you know. No way you're playing Battlefield. Brother, I started on Battlefield, what do you mean? No, I love Battlefield. I've been a Battlefield kid for some time. Well, I was COD. On my CV, it would go Call of Duty player, 2007 to 2010, 2011. Battlefield player from 2011 through to 2019, really. I didn't actually... I had the CODs in between that time period, but I didn't really play them. And then back on COD last couple of years, and then as since then, just it's been a bit of a skirmish, to be honest. I mean, again, here I am. I'm back here. None of the boys have it anymore, I don't think, which is an F in chat for me, really, but I wouldn't subject them to play this game if they didn't want to. I can understand why they wouldn't want to. But yeah, anyway, back to fishing. I think I said everything I needed to say, to be honest. I had a little bit of a rant. And I think we can move on. Can we all just acknowledge that fishing is fucking boring? 1 hour stream. Well, usually I do the 2. This one might be short today, and then I might have a break and then go live on TikTok, maybe? I've been going on there a little bit lately, and I quite enjoy it, and it's nice as well, because obviously I can touch base with a different side of the community that I don't actually ever talk to. Stuff like that. I do want to do longer streams on here, but it's just games. It's just... There's fuck all out. That sounds mental considering how many games there are available now, but it's like... I just don't know what I'm in the mood to play a lot of the time. This was a very last minute decision. I'm enjoying myself, but again, it's sort of... Like a lot of the time I just find myself on autopilot with this now. Just don't think about it. I'm like, I am playing this game. And I spend most of my time fucking yapping anyway, you know? So realistically, the game isn't the point, I suppose, is it? It's just me fucking yapping. But, we'll see. We will see. Could just do a chatting stream on TikTok for half an hour or something. The after party kind of thing. We'll see. I'll see how I'm feeling in a bit. I know almost definitely I'm just going to forget about it as soon as this ends, and I'll be like, oh, that was fun. On to the next fucking thing that my brain does, you know. Piss. Red Dead Online. I don't know. I gotta be in the mood. I don't feel like a cowboy today. I don't feel like a cowboy. Like, it's always typical as well. I always delete the game. I delete a game because I'm like, I haven't played that in weeks. I'll delete that. And then, like, the next day, I'm like, oh, I could stream. I want to play that. Oh, wait a minute. Did it with GTA last week. Literally, uninstalled GTA because I was like, it's taking up 100 gigs on my console. I was like, might as well delete that. Fucking the next day, I'm like, oh, I'm really in the mood to drive around Los Santos and gamble. Why do I do it? Like, why? I don't get it. I just don't think these things through. And then I install games going, oh, that'll be a fun stream. And then I'm like, nah, I don't really feel like playing that. It's like, what? Boring? It's not boring for having a preference. I'm allowed an opinion. My mood changes. I'm sorry. I'm a human. It happens. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Rocket League. I very nearly played Rocket League tonight. And again, it's one of them I can just dissociate. And I love dissociating. I've got really good at it lately. Oh my god. I got so good at it. I think you should get Dale and Dawson and play with the viewers and the boys. Well, I'm not playing with viewers because cringe. But I'm 28. Not, you know, not for me personally. But me and the boys will hopefully be playing it at some point soon. That's the plan. So, yeah. Play Fortnite. See, I did Fortnite a couple of days ago on Sunday, I think it was. And like, that was alright. It was fine. It was Fortnite though. And like, Fortnite don't hit different when it's on your own. Fortnite hits different when it's on your own, I find. Because it's just like, I'm not good enough to... I'm good enough to like play with the boys and sort of hold my own in there. But I've also got the leeway of having 3 other men backing me up if I make a mistake. Whereas on my own, I'm dead. And that's it. I'm dead forever. So, it's one of them, innit? It's can't win them all. Oh, I'll tell you what I just discovered last night. I was listening to... I'm going to confess. I was listening to Sabrina Carpenter. I know, I'm sorry. It's incredibly not based of me, but... Not gonna lie, the Short and Sweet album is actually pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. It's a good album. Great album. As a pop album, at least. And then it just went on autoplay, and there was a Billie Eilish song. I was like, alright, calm, I like Billie Eilish, it's fine. And then this other one come on, and I was like, this is a bit mysterious. I'm getting like Alicia Keys vibes, a little bit Billie as well. And then I was like, there's a little bit of Radiohead in this as well. I was like, this is most irregular. Who is this? I was like, there's a song called Willow. I was like, that's weird. I was like, that can't be the same Willow as like Willow Smith. And then I looked into it, and it fucking was. I was like, holy shit, when did she, like, one, grow up, and secondly, like, actually make decent music? Last I heard, she did whip my hair back and forth, which was fucking atrocious. Now she's actually making decent music that I kind of fuck with. It's a bit jazzy. I was like, ooh, this is different. It's kind of cool. I'm literally the best viewer. I will only be drinking beer. Brother, that's what we do. Wild. I also dabbled in Sabrina. Yeah, like it was one of them similar with her and Billie Eilish. I sort of look at the same way. Not sexually, of course. They're two very different women. But no, I'm joking. But musically, like, especially Billie Eilish, I put off listening to Billie Eilish for so long because of the hype around her and how like it was kind of like an edgy thing to like her, and like Bad Guy come out, and I was like, this shit sucks. I hate that song. But then like I listened to a couple of songs, and I was like, sickening. I listened to a couple of songs. I think Lovely with Khalid was one of them. And then I think I just chucked on one of her albums. It was the one where she was blonde. I can't remember the name of it. But I was like, oh, this is quite cool. And then her latest album came out, and I was like, I really don't want to like this, and I hope this album sucks. And then I played it, and I was like, shit slaps. And I was annoyed. And I was annoyed that I liked it, but I've sort of given in on that one now. And then the same thing happened with Sabrina Carpenter. I hadn't even heard of the bitch until like March. And then when I got my new job, like we have the radio on and stuff, and they were rinsing the fucking shit out of this press. And I was like, this song sucks. It's just a typical skip to the chorus, don't bore us kind of affair, blah 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 blah. And then I listened to it again, and I was like, alright, it's a bit annoying, but at least it's catchy, and it's like, it's got some cool bits in it. Like by the 20th listen, I'm just like, I'm working late. It's like, it's dangerous. So anyway, and then Taste come out, and I was like, oh, like the video of General Tiger, I was like, this is going to be just a fucking like fad for like a week, and then we'll hear the end of it, and like she'll disappear off the face of the planet, and we'll never see her again. But like, do you remember her? She'll come up in a fucking pub quiz in 15 years time. And then Taste come out, and I was like, it's alright, bit mid, whatever. Then I listened to it again, and I was like, yeah, it's kind of catchy actually. And then I listened to it again, and I was like, this is a fucking bop. And then I've fucking done the exact same thing with the rest of the album today. I was listening at Bedchem before I come on this, and I was like, I feel like a slutty girl. This is brilliant. You know, and like, she's got some good tunes. I hate to admit it, but there are some really cool songs. Right, we've armed. And yeah. Anyway, so I had that album on before this, and I'm guilty as charged. If that's a crime, sue me. Don't sue me. Actually, that would be pretty pointless if I commit a crime. Arrest me. I think would probably be a better solution. Because then at least I go to prison and I can go to the gym and listen to more of her music. And you know what? I'm not even bothered about the sex appeal of her. She's a small, pretty blonde woman. Alright, there's a million of them on the planet. Whatever. Who gives a shit? Like, the music itself is actually the substance, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, that's right. I can listen to music without objectifying women. Yeah, I'm 5'9", by the way. You get my point. I'm still yapping, aren't I? So anyway, yeah, I listened to the rest of this Willow Smith album, and I was like, I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed that there's some good songs on there. And normally, that's a good thing. It's a good thing that there's good songs on an album. That's what you kind of fucking hope for. But I was a bit like, I'm upset by that. That's displeased me greatly. Alright. 8 fucking lead. Christ alive. Goated rent. They usually are, to be honest. I've got a lot of pent up rage, I think, to be honest. I don't have a chance to unleash it very often. Yeah, I don't know. Down in Yapsville needs their mayor back. Yeah, fucking, I'm not the mayor, I'm the king. I'm the king of Yapsville. I like that line though, that's good. Good job, well done. I've got to be in the mood to yap. I think that's the thing. Sometimes I like being miserable. It's fun. I like making a meal of it as well. If I'm miserable, it's everybody's problem. You're all coming down with me. If I'm in a good mood, then I'm going to be annoying as shit and loud. And I am the centre of attention. But when I'm in a bad mood, you'll know. And you'll be in a bad mood too. Fucking, I was at work today. I thought it would be funny to have 6 coffees, and it was. Got to listen to Lana Del Rey. Oh yeah, I like a bit of Lana. To be fair, that Norman fucking Rockwell album's actually mint as well. So good. Yeah, no, I was pretty early on the Lana Del Rey scene, actually, to be fair. That one, like, because it wasn't like Billie Eilish, where she was already a big deal before I kind of listened to her, and it was only really after the last album, before this new one come out, and I was like, okay, let's see what the fuss is about. Because this was, like, long after Bad Guy and stuff like that. Long after even the fucking James Bond theme shit. Which I actually quite like as well. It's one of the better Bond themes, definitely. But, yeah, with Lana Del Rey, I remember when video games first sort of hit the scene. Because I used to listen to a lot of XFM, or Radio X, for you youths. Used to listen to a lot of Radio X back in the day, when I was a kid. And video games reminds me of Sunday mornings. Sunday mornings, Mum and Dad had just divorced, what a great time that was. And my dad would pick up me and my sister. I'd go and play football. And then we'd go back to my dad's for the day, and we'd have lunch with the family and spend time there and stuff like that. But we'd listen to a lot of music because we were driving around a lot and stuff like that. And yeah, Lana Del Rey got a lot of playtime on the radio at that point. So this must have been 2010, 2011, that sort of time. And that, like, it was a great time for music. I think that sort of indie music, indie/rock/alternative music at that time was brilliant. But again, I think that's a nostalgia sort of element in there as well, because it reminds me of that time period. And obviously I was a bit where I was like 14, 15, and obviously going through a little bit of stress at home and stuff like that. It's like, but like the Sundays were a bit of an escape, you know. It was sort of like, oh, this is different, and I've not got to deal with everything. Yeah, I remember that, like early Florence and the Machine, Biffy Clyro, who I don't like, but the music obviously is a time and a place. There's a lot. There's a guy I've been listening to a lot again recently, who I did listen to at the time, but James Vincent McMorrow. He's an Irish folk singer. But he was about at the time as well. He had some good songs. Well, one. But I then listened to him separately. Don't know why I told that story, no one gives a shit. Deep Mod Law drop. Yeah, sorry, I kind of just got lost in my thoughts there. I'm trying to think of other music that was around that time, but I can't. Oh, Sweet Disposition as well by Temper Trap. That was a fucking... That song reminds me of Sundays. Yeah, just anything from that time period, really. That was a great song. I remember my dad hated it as well. I was like, this is a great song, what do you mean? And then he was like, I don't like it. I was like, yeah, I don't like it either. I was like, I wouldn't get caught dead or alive listening to that. And then I secretly admitted several years after that I actually liked that song the whole time, and I lied. Yeah, there was. I can't remember many more, but there was a lot. All the traumatic memories are flooding back now. But yeah, no, I used to play football. I used to play football covered in mud and wet and dirt and grass, and then we'd go and get. We'd go to a newsagent's and I'd get soft mints and a Lucozade and a bag of Doritos. That was my lunch, like every Sunday for like 3 years. And then we go, yeah, we go and sometimes if I didn't have a match, I'd stay at my dad's the Saturday night, and that always fucking went hard because it was like we'd always watch a film, and we'd have different dinners every week, and it was actually like really exciting. I always had a great time. That was like it was weird because out of the divorce came really good times. It was so strange. You gotta listen to the Home Depot song you sent me later. Maybe at some point. I'm doing an emotional trauma dump right now. It kind of just interrupted me talking about me. Awfully rude. This is about me right now, buddy. Okay. Where were we? I'm playing. Yeah, we'd go there on a Saturday night, and we'd go to Tesco, and we'd be like, what do we want to eat? And we'd basically just take turns picking what we were going to eat. We'd do like fun wraps and shit like that, or enchiladas was always a popular one. Never had a takeaway. Never had a takeaway. That was the mad thing. And then we'd always watch classic film. And I think like we had 6 weeks of just pure gold, something like that. It was like 1 week it was Predator, the next week was Alien, the next week after that was like Aliens, then it was fucking, I can't remember what I've said, Die Hard I think was probably on there as well. And like it was just heater after heater after heater. We did like the original Planet of the Apes as well, stuff like that. Yeah, we'd watch all sorts. It'd be like, oh, I've recorded an awful film this week, and we'd just sit there and watch it. And it's like, we had like a sofa bed, and we'd get the bed out, and like, we just have 3 of us eating snacks on it. It's pretty cool. It's weird, isn't it? It's weird that like, that was fucking 13, 14 years ago. And now I'm just sitting here in a flat on my own, kind of doing that, I guess. I like it though, there's bliss in solitude. I don't mean the down from Skyrim. There is a certain bliss to it, I think. I don't mind my own company. I think that's the, like, part of my issue as well. Like, I'm very much just like, I don't know, I don't mind being, some days it's different, obviously. And some days, like, we all have it, I mean, you're allowed a bad day, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, it's weird, it's weird. I saw Planet of the Apes and that blonde girl is a baddie. What? The original Planet of the Apes, you mean? I'm trying to think of other films we fucking watched as well. Like, I can't, my brain's gone dead. I think I'm crashing from the cafe, to be honest. Maybe I'd just best have another coffee. I'm not fucking sleeping tonight. That's a good thing. I struggle to sleep a lot, and it's probably just because of all the fucking coffee I drink. I have like 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day. New first one. What, as in Rise of the Planet of the Apes? I remember Gil. I remember James Franco in there. And what's his face? Tom Felton. I'm gonna address him by his actual name rather than Malfoy, because I feel like he would be annoyed with being called Malfoy all the time. Yeah, I'm a thoughtful person like that, you know. I don't know who you're referring to. What other films did we fucking watch? Inception, Shutter Island. Actually, I remember watching Shutter Island on my dad's. That film's fucking dope. Planet of the Apes 2001 film. Oh, I've not seen that one with Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Yeah, it's got Mark Wahlberg in it. I'm talking about the original like 70s Planet of the Apes. Thoughts on Maggie Thatcher? I don't really know that much about her, to be honest. I know that Northerners didn't like her, and I know that she basically fucked up a load of Argentinians in the Falklands. My nan spoke highly of her, but then again, my nan is massively racist, so it's one of them. It's one of them, really. Do I want to side with a racist politically? No. Do I hate Northerners? Yes. Bit of a grey area, I guess, right? I keep fucking pressing R3 to crouch, and I keep forgetting that it's I don't really have an opinion on the woman, to be honest. Don't know anything about her beyond the fact she was one of our prime ministers and she was controversial. She is a woman, so down, you know, boo, women. But then at the same time as that, I don't know, I'm sure there was other factors involved. I don't know. She was born in like 1923. The bitch was ancient. I don't know. What's the right answer? Who cares? What country you from, Shun? What country do I sound like I'm from, you fucking idiot? I'm assuming you're not asking me, to be fair. Best squad. Oh, we were the best squad. Yippee! 233 kills. We'd love to see it. That's good. Well done, everybody. Go team. Well, what's going on in the family group chat now? Whoever you are, however drunk you were, be proud. And it's... You can't... I don't know if you'll see this. There's a bunch of traffic cones in a tree. I aspire to be that level of drunkenness. Sorry. Well, here we are. Just you and me. What county? Sorry, my bad. My bad. I skimmed that one. Alright, guess. I mean, if you had to guess what county I'm from, which one do you think, brother? And if you say Kent, I'm gonna fucking kick off. So I'm rolling that one out. I can say Kent from here, and it makes me sick. That's basically told you what county I'm from, hasn't it? Not that I really give a shit. It's quite a well-established fact where I'm from. What's going on? Someone with the same name as Benji wants to message me on Instagram. It is not Benji? Is it Benji? What the fuck is this account? Right, okay. I need to alert the guys of this immediately. Essex, I'm Kent. Yeah, I can say Kent from here. It's a shithole. Right, hold on. Sorry, I've just got to address this to the group chat. I've been giggling at your shit all day. That's what me when I do a big poo in the toilet. Sorry. I think that says more about your sense of humour than it does mine. Turns out that's not Benji. So, there's a weird Benji account. That's just not Benji. And like, what's your issue with Kent? Oh, look at me. We've got fucking grass and fields. Everything's green. Oh, we've got farm animals. And, oh, we're the Garden of England. No, you're a shithole. Full of shit people. Yeah, fucking said it. You got to pay £5 to get there. Why would I want to do that? Fuck, pay £5 to go somewhere I don't want to go. Stupid. Anyway, everyone in Kent has got minus brain IQ. And they also smell like farm. You posh dicks. Yeah, how about that? You've got a fruit joke, man goes into a... It's one of my better jokes, that one. I've really kind of been pushing the dad jokes lately. It's not been good. Mind you, what else have I done lately? I bought a belt the other day for like 200 quid. It's too small. Huge waste. Do you get it? Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. Cool. Graffiti one was the best. You reckon? I've known that joke for some time. But I save that one for parties usually, and parties and christenings. Okay, one last joke and then I'll probably call it there. But I'm going to. I don't know when I'll be about next. Your humour's so shit, but it's so funny. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Hello, Dr. Red. Are you one of the ops? Are you Dr. Blue's op? So yeah, I don't know when I'll be about next. I've got tomorrow at 7 o'clock. I'm going to Hecklers Anonymous. It's bring your own booze. Out the park. Out the park. Love your humour. Keep it up, sunshine. Thanks, princess. Is that fucking Jim from Friday Night Dinner? It looks like AI has like done a version of Jim from Friday Night Dinner. Hello, Jackie. Wilson remain. Anyway. Oh, I'm pretty sure I've got a few more jokes. Don't know. It was either a firework or a gunshot. I'm not sure. I was working at the watch factory for a bit. And while I was there, we had time between shifts and stuff, and I had the idea to build a belt made of watches. It's a complete waste of time. You get it? Is this thing on? And you can see the cogs spinning. You can see the cogs turning. Anyway, nah, fuck it. We'll just leave it there. Cool. I'll catch you around. Remember, guys, don't kill people. And if you're gonna, make sure they're just subhuman prostitute scum. That was a joke. The allegations are false. Keeps doing a doctor disrespect when he sees the allegations that come out. The allegations will never come out, mainly because I've paid the victims an extortionate amount of money. That was a joke also, as well. You know what? I've really tried to get cancelled this year, and it's just, like, the year started with me holding up a very controversial flag, and fuck all has happened, and no one's managed to do it yet. It's really difficult to get cancelled. You've really got to fuck up. Either that or just diddle kids, I suppose. I'm not going to go that far. Like, that's where I'm sort of drawing the line there. Like, diddling kids, saying something a bit out of pocket. There is a like, no man's land in between there, which has got some taboo subjects. Maybe next year I'll just be really wholesome and just be like, okay, my kittens, tonight we're going to be playing Macapacca's Big Adventure. I didn't like that. At all. That sickened me. transfer immigration will get you done, dude. No. I mean, if you get cancelled, the YouTube channel's going to be like, it's over for Woodism. Yeah, the Woodism situation is crazy. And that's what I want. The day that there's a video called The Woodism Situation is Crazy, I've made it, you know. I see that as a badge of honour. But it's sort of like, how can I get cancelled without just shouting out slurs? Because that's uncreative, you know. That's just not creative, is it? That's just... And even then, I don't think it would get you cancelled. I'm not at a level where I'm big enough to be cancelled, realistically. So, yeah. I'm from the future. You have to stop yourself from saying what you're about to say, or else the timeline will be corrupted. You are correct. The satisfying downfall. Well, you didn't need to throw in that satisfying, did you? Come on. Come on. Behave. How Woodism lost his audience in just 1 month. The worrying bit is my audience is actually up compared to last month, purely on the basis that I've, you know, actually been fucking editing and putting videos up. The numbers are down compared to what they were, but like they're better than they were in the time between then. Mind you can't multiply by 0. So, you know, I'm just straight up out here jalking it, and by it I mean enjoying myself with my pals. You know? Anyway, I've been yapping again. It's been real. Might be live on TikTok in a bit. I'll see how awake I feel in half an hour or so. TikTok page seems to be doing wicked. Well, that is the one thing that's doing well at the moment, to be honest. So we will see. I've got 5 emails. That's a concerning prospect. It's all boring. It's all boring shit. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave it there. Fuck off, everybody. Bye. Bye. Bye.